Well, hey everybody, hope you're doing okay. We're just out on a hike. It's Sunday. It's the day after deer season ended.
They killed every single deer.
It's disgusting. We're out looking for a sign for tracks, and I've seen a fawn and a doe or two, and then some scat from like a yearling buck, maybe a 2-year-old buck. We came back to PA and I was super excited about going hunting, and a couple people had been given permission to use my family's farm for archery season, and they're crossing our land into somebody else's property and setting up tree stands. There was 4 within like 100 yards of each other, and we've just heard a ton of shots. Small game runs congruent with archery season, but people have been taking deer for the last like 3 months.
I didn't know this recently, but there actually used to be a type of bison in western Pennsylvania that is extinct. There used to be wolves that are now extinct, and that leaves it open for vermin coyote populations to expand. And people think they can do whatever they want, and then all of a sudden all the deer are gone, or all the whatever.
The justification is crop damage, usually, typically.
That's always the excuse. Oh well, we need to, you know, clear them out because they're eating our corn, but then they end up killing the whole population off and fucking up the entire ecosystem.
It's really disgusting. Like, we both love nature. We're all about hunting and gathering, but right now there's literally nothing to hunt.
And this is why people hate hunting, and this is why people hate, meat eaters get such a bad reputation, because people like this that just think they're entitled to kill everything and they're bad hunters. They have no consideration. They like leave their
There's
garbage.
Zero connection with nature.
You only take what you need, and you use everything that you can.
We're walking along the edge of a state game land, and we just passed a tree stand or a cabin where I heard, I'll hear some scat. It's a little yearling buck. You can tell the bucks from the doe by how they group together. These cabins are posted up along all the edges of the cornfields, the deer's food sources, and 2 or 3 guys will post up in there with a heater and a case of beer and wait for the deer to come out in the evening, and then they just unload on them.
It's entitlement. It's gross.
We just saw our first deer. We're in an area that's typically just a hot spot. We were down here scouting around maybe a month ago, and there's hundreds of tracks. We hope you guys are paying attention to what's going on. There's a lot of really scary stuff happening right now in Virginia, and if you're not aware, you need to be. I'll leave a link in the description of some channels that I've found recently. Bear Independent's really good. Whatever plays out in Virginia is going to set a precedent for the rest of us. Which brings us back to the deer. This was an article that was posted on the Book of Faces maybe 2 weeks ago. It's not just the hunters that are knocking the numbers of the herds down. It's being intentionally done. I know there's a lot of people that are thinking when the S hits the fan, they're just going to go out into the woods and be able to hunt and trap and provide. But it's not even winter yet, and the animals are already depleted. I've personally seen at the edge of some of these same cornfields aluminum foil pans with blue-colored liquid, and just the smell of dead animals all around, dead possums, dead raccoons, dead deer. This was 5 years ago when I saw this, and it's just increased since then. all these images that we just showed you. That's what evil looks like.